talking The Hills Have Eyes. What was your immediate reaction? I know you guys are in different eras.
Yeah.
You were in the reboot, you guys were in the originals. When you first read the script, what was the reaction?
Well, the original title was Blood Relations, and I read it, and I saw the approach that Wes had, which is you have a family, we call them the white bread family, who go on vacation, and then there's the Hills family. And the bottom line is, of course, at what point do you cross the line and become like us? You know, so I saw it as a society piece, but I also saw it as a rough and tumble, let's go out in the desert and have some fun and scare the hell out of the white bread family. We had fun doing it.
Had a lot of accidents too.
We actually would take breaks and be separated from one another. It wasn't animosity, it was just we were in character and we played it so real that we didn't commingle, hardly ever, even at the hotel.
That's true. That's true. And I didn't feel any cold, and you all said to me, "You were half naked." I did not feel any cold, but I didn't. I was so into character. I was Ruby. I don't remember it being cold. It was cold, huh?
Hot in the daytime and cold at night.
Now I feel it. I'm cold in here. Well, when I saw the script, actually I crashed the audition. I was at Schwab's on Sunset, where actors would gather and read their Hollywood Reporter and try to like bullshit each other or just, get something going. And I went in and I saw an actor friend, Michael Pataki, and I sat down with him and he goes, "You know what, they're casting a movie down the street. Why don't you go see what it's about?" Now, I'm part of the Me Too era, and it was rough. It was a lot of lies, a lot of going to people's houses, and no part being there. So I drive up to a house. I go, "Oh, sure, audition is gonna happen here." 5 or 6 little chihuahuas come barking at me, and this big guy answers the door. He goes, "Oh, no, they're down the street, down Sunset Plaza." I went, "Oh, okay." So I drove down to Sunset Plaza, behind one of my favorite Chinese restaurants, and I parked my car down below, and I just walked in and just signed the sheet, like I had an audition. And it just happened to be Wes Craven and Peter Locke who gave me my very first line that got me Taft Hartley, that got me into SAG. It was a film called First Time, and I had one line to this drunkard. I was serving drinks, and he said, "Go get yourself a facelift." He thought it was very funny as he put down $50 down my top or something. That was Peter said, "That's such a funny line." I said, "Okay, Peter." But that's how he did the SAG. So it was Wes Craven and Peter Locke doing the Hills of Eyes. So I signed the sheet, and then they interviewed me and said, "We have somebody in mind for most of the parts, but we'd like you to read for Lynn." And that's the part that cast Dee Wallace in. And I took the script home, like I said, and I read it, and I came back the next day and I said, "Ruby, no, we've got somebody in mind for." I said, Ruby is mine." And they were, "She won't stop saying that, it doesn't have any lines basically, it's all physical. A lot of it's just physical." So they took outside, there was 4 of us actresses, and they were considering, they took us down to the parking lot, and Peter Locke and Wes Craven standing there, and they lined us up and said, "Okay, I want you to run here, hit that pole, and make it happen." Because this is a very physical part. Women can tend to run funny, some aren't, some are athletic, and I'm going, I'm a jock. So when they said, "Okay, 1, 2, 3, go," I stood there and I didn't move. And Wes Craven and Peter Locke gave each other a look like, "What the, is she doing?" And I went like this, and I bypassed them all, and I hit the mark, and I came back, like skipping and just part of it backwards, and and they said, okay, and they